Hey, welcome back to Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. I am so excited to do this book review. I just was in wow reading this book. I learned so much from this author's writing. I can't wait to go back and read her previous two books. Um, I actually had the opportunity to meet this author through virtual video of a book event I attended earlier this year. I want to say it was January the 27th, which was a Saturday. My good friend Sandra's book event is called A Novel Occasion, and it happens the first month of January of each year. And I'm pretty sure ticket sales will be going on, so please follow her. A novel occasion, follow the page, and you will be aware of when it's that time again. I was just enthralled, just interacting with her on this book event. I couldn't wait to read her work. So I waited. I said, you know what? I'm gonna read this one first. Um, I mean, just phenomenal read. With no further ado, I am talking about the lovely Wanda M. Morris, What You Leave Behind. Wanda M. Morris, What You Leave Behind. I love this book. She gave like historical. She gave the ancestors, the spirits, and a little ghost. Um, and as I reading the part about the ghost, because the main character Deena, she was like refusing to believe in ghosts. Well, a little short story before I really get into this review. As a kid back home in Alabama, next door neighbor lived in this big old house, and at midnight, at night, the light flickered on and off, and it was like you could hear a train or change going on. So I kind of believe in. I believe it can happen because I experienced it. But back to the review, I just want to say that how much can one person take when it rains, it pours? And when I'm talking about the main character, Deena, who have lost significant a lot from mom passing away to losing job. She's a lawyer, and to come home and her husband Lance, who I did not like at all, saying, pack your bags, get out my condo. This is in Atlanta where she's had her career, her marriage, and everything. She goes back home to Brunswick. This takes place in Brunswick, Georgia. And she has to move back in home, her childhood bedroom, with her father Jimmy, her stepmom Ruth, who she just can't get over how quick her father remarried after her mother passing, which was 6 months. So she comes back home. She gets this job. She's not really feeling her new job, but it's a job because she's trying to establish her new life, new career, and move out on her own, possibly purchase a home, a house of her own. She goes out for a drive on this island, and she comes and she's looking around and she's walking. She's knocked in the head, and she wakes up with an older gentleman by the name of Holcomb telling her he's not going to sell his property. It's a beachfront property. Now, I remind you, he's in the trailer with his dog, and these companies are trying to buy the land, run him out, but he refused. He has a shotgun. He's ready. That's just the take of how the story began. But as it unfolds, you find out his family background, his sister, Delia, um, and why they're not talking, and I so related that because I do have a sibling now that I'm not speaking with, unfortunately, and it hurts. Um, but I feel like we need probably time. I'm just gonna leave it right there. But Delia, she does something that upsets Holcomb. I'll put it that way, and you'll see how Deena comes home and she mentions what she's stumbled upon, and her father, Jimmy and Ruth, look at each other funny, and he tell her to leave it alone. And I'm like, wow, something's there. And you have to read this book to find out the connection with the family, the gardeners, and that is to Jimmy. You will have to read this to find out because I thought that was a unique twist. Um, and head funds. I'm sorry. I just want to say that I just as I was reading this book about the hedge fund company, I thought about the the young gentleman who his first name is Sam that had the hedge fund and it went under, and all these celebrities like Tom Brady and some more celebrities lost all their millions and things. And I was like, and he actually got sentenced, I want to say earlier this year, and he's going to prison. And I just was like reading this and just thinking about just what was going on and everything. And what got me was when the other person who I didn't care about, which is Lester, the commissioner, came into the story and what he was doing. I was like, how could you do that to your own people? Like, really? Um, but it's not surprised because you see that even in politicians, you see how some people could just be anti-black. I just put it that way, and I just feel like he could have done better than what he did and what he was doing too. Bo and Claire. Bo and Claire is was Deena. Well, it's Deena's boss. Claire owns the company. Bo is her nephew. She took him because his parents died when he was a child, so she pretty much raised him. Bo, I was not feeling him at all. And that detective Mallory, oh my God, I sensed him from a mile away. And I really felt like Ray was up to no good, but I'm glad things turned out the way it did. I just want to say this definitely is a 5-star read for me. It's a Robert Reading Room and Review stamp approved. I can't wait to go back and read anywhere on the run. And also all of her little secrets. I can't wait to read those. Wanda M. Morris, I really would love to meet you in person. I know you're here in Atlanta. I really was hoping that you would have done a book signing at the Bookworm, but I haven't seen anything, so hopefully you will on a Saturday afternoons. I can come and meet you. I just want to say it was a phenomenal read. I thanked you for a great story, and I learned so much for us when it comes to property because I also want to say I didn't realize that if it's a family house that one person can own it and sell it out, but if you own it, you could actually fight that if you are heir to the house. I the way you explained that, I really thought about what me and my siblings went through with my aunt and what she did. I wish I would have knew this earlier, but unfortunately I did not. So I do want to thank for that information and what you leave behind. I want to thank those who support Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. Please subscribe. Please like, click the button, the bell button, so you can get any up new content I upload when it comes. I'm on Instagram. Sorry, Robert underscore reading underscore room. Facebook group is Robert's Reading Room and reviews too. Until next time, happy readers. Please check out What You Leave Behind by Wanda M. Morris. Until next time, see you in the next one.